So hello everyone. Today we'll be seeing inheritance in Angular. We all know that inheritance is widely used in Java, but it can also be applied to Angular. As your Angular components use a lot of OOPS concepts, we have the classes concepts, the constructor. So similarly, inheritance can also be applied in Angular. So we'll be seeing that, and along with that, we'll be doing a simple form validation. So if you just see my screen, you have the first name, last name. So these are two form fields. So if I just go to the code, so you have the app component. So if I just open the app component, so you have the parent block, and within which you have two separate components, the first block and the second block, and along with that you have the submit button. So the first block and second block internally has one form field each. The first block has the first name, and the last block has the last name. Okay, and along with this, what we need to do is we need to add a simple validation for the first name and last name, wherein these will be mandatory fields. Along with that, the submit button will get enabled only when the first name and the last name are entered. So let's quickly do that using inheritance, and also use reactive forms to achieve this. We need to have one form group which can handle all the form controls within it. So now if you see the first name and the last name, the form controls are actually not within the same component. It's actually within the children components. So you need to pass the form group from the parent to the children. That will be the first block and the second block. And within the individual components, we'll create its own form controls. Okay. So now let's get started on the form group first. So in app component.ts, what we'll do is we'll create an inherit form, which will be of type form group. Okay. Now we'll need a form builder for this. Let's and an ng on it. Let's say this dot inherit form, this dot fb dot group. Okay, so now we have the inherit form in place, which will be passed to the individual components. Okay, but before that, what we need to do is along with the app component, let's create another component and name it base form component.ts. Okay. So now let's say export class base form component. Okay, now let's give it a decorator of @component. Oh, this should be C. And the selector would be app base form, and template would be, this should not be includes. Template would be, we don't really need a template here. Let's import the dependencies. Oh, this should be, yeah. So now let's import the dependencies. Okay, so now we have the base form component, which will actually take in the input of parent form group. Okay, this will be of type form group. Okay, now this can be passed to the individual components here. So if I go here, this should be parent form group, this should be inherit form. Okay, the same thing can be copied over to second block. Okay, all right. Okay, so now let's go to the first block first here. Now as we are passing one input, and that particular input is being taken from base form component, right? So this parent form group, ideally we will create the input here, right? But as this base form component is already accepting parent form group, what we'll do is we'll apply the concept of inheritance here. So we'll say extends base form component. Okay, and what is the error here? Okay, so if we extend something, you need to call the super class. So that's one change in first block. Now if I go to second block, so again here I'll say extends base form component. This will be super. Okay, now let me go to HTML. So parent form group is passed correctly. So now what we can do is we can go to second block form component, and here we'll have the parent form group, as we have already extended it. Parent form group will also be available in the second block. Okay, so now we'll create a form control. So we can use parent form group dot add control. So let's say this is last name. So let me check the HTML. So it's last name, right? So let's keep it the same here. Let's say last name, and this will be new form control. This can be blank, and let's add a validators here dot require. Okay, so the same thing will be copied over in the first block component. Okay, so let's go there. Let's go to BTS. Let's paste it here. This, let's check the HTML. This should be first name. Okay, so first name, and now what we have done is we have created the form group in app component.html. We have passed that form group to the individual children components. So in first block, what we did is we extended the base form. So the first block component will have the instance of the form group, and also the base form component will have it. Okay, so now let's add the parent form group in the HTML. So let's call this form group. This should be parent form group. Okay, let's copy this and let's go to the second block. The same thing will be copied over here. Okay, so now we have the form group ready. Now let's make use of the form control name. Control name, this would be, we had named it last name. Okay, so this would be copied in the first block as well. Let's go here. Okay, so now we have the form group and the form control ready. Now let's go to the app component and make the submit disabled. Okay, so this will be enabled only when the form is valid. Okay, and we have the validators in place which will take care of the both the form fields. So we just need to do this inherit form dot valid. Okay, valid. Okay, so now if I go to the UI, refresh it. So the submit is disabled. The first name and the last name are already filled in. Okay, now if I enter first name and last name, okay, oh, this should be first name. Okay, now let's check the UI. If I enter the first name, if I enter the last name, okay, so our submit is enabled. So so this is where the the concept of inheritance comes into the picture. Now the other thing what we can check is this this check will come into the picture only when the form control is valid, and also if the form control is not valid, we'll put a cross mark or an error mark. Okay, now you must be thinking, I mean, why do we actually need the base form component, right? Because we created the form controls within the individual child components, that's the first block and the second block, and we did not really use the base form component. But now you will understand why, because in the moment I enter the first name, and if it's a valid form field, then we actually see a check mark, and if it's not a valid form field, we show an exclamation mark showing that there is an error. Okay, So let me quickly add the error. So if I go to Bootstrap icons, exclamation, okay, you have an error here. Let's copy this. Okay, let's go to the HTML here, expand, paste it here, and let's call this, okay, and let's copy this whole thing, go to the second block, okay, copy this again. Okay, so now let's go to the base form component, okay, and let's create a few methods. So let's say is valid, so, and this takes in control name, which is a string, and it passes a boolean value. Okay, so let's say it return is dot parent form group dot get control name dot value. Okay, so this is one function which we have created. Similarly, we can have is touched, so which takes in the same control name and passes touched value here. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll use this is valid in the first and the second block. So if I go here in the ng if, what I'll do is I'll call is valid and pass the control name, that's first name. Okay, and the same thing will be here. This would be last name. Okay, and now the error block, let's just give this a color, style, color red for now. Okay, now also we need to give it an ng if, so this will get triggered only if it is valid. Firstly, if it's touched, you need to pass a last name. If it's touched, then we also need to check if it's valid. If valid will return false, so we need to check the negation of that, meaning whenever I mean we have touched it, and if we have not entered any value, so is touched will be true and is valid will be false. So we need to check both the conditions here. Let's copy this to the first component. Let's give it a style, color red. Okay, so this would be first name. Okay, so now if our form controls are valid, then it will show a check mark. If it's invalid, then it will show a red mark. Okay, an exclamation mark. Let's go back to the UI. Let's refresh this. If it's valid, then it is showing the check mark. If it's valid, it shows the check mark. Okay, if I refresh the screen, if I click inside this and click outside, so what I have done is I touched the field, but I have not really entered anything. Similarly, in last name, if I click inside and click outside without entering any value, it will show me the error. Okay, I mean you can customize this on hover of this exclamation mark, you can put the error message. So yeah, so that's about it. So we saw how inheritance comes into the picture, and like the is valid and is touched method, you can have multiple methods within the same class which can be used over which can be inherited by multiple child components. And yeah, so that is how inheritance is being used in Angular, and also that is how we use reactive form controls to do the validation. So if you really like the content, so please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.